Welcome to my YouTube channel where we will be learning Unix command and shell script. So today let's cover find command. Find is one of the most powerful Unix utility. Now as you see, what is the purpose of find? To search file or files which is matching the criteria and take action accordingly on the selected files. So the format of this find command is as shown here. Find, then we will provide the path list that we will see when we are doing the hands-on, then selection criteria and accordingly action. So find is one of the most powerful and this is very helpful while doing the shell scripting. As find is a very useful one, so we will spend 2 or 3 sessions on understanding the find command structure and all these things, and then slowly we will move on to the shell scripting where we will be using if else loop along with for loop. So this will be a very interesting one to do the shell scripting with the help of all these things. So let's move on to our terminal first. So as we have login, we will see where we are, and as we are learning find, so let's see, let's first of all hit the man page of find. So as explained here, walk a file hierarchy. So this is the format of find command. I will strongly recommend go through all these options. This is really helpful. This is something like okay, rather than googling first and then trying to understand how find works, it is always best to search the man page. Your many doubts will get resolved here itself. So this is how it is, and these are the examples. So these examples are also mentioned over here, and then I will quit. So I will strongly recommend whoever is learning shell scripting, the way we are learning, this is we have started from absolutely basic level, but any expert person will also start at some point of time. So this is how they will start. Initially all the people will do googling and all this stuff, but if you know how to read that man page and how to use those things, believe me, most of the time our doubts will get resolved on the man page itself. So let's see, uh, as we are on this path, so let's start using find. So find, then dot means on the current directory. Now I don't know how many subdirectories or inside those directory how many files are there. So we just I just wanted to check how many files are there. This is name, this is how we will search the file whose extension ends with .txt, and I will say print. So this is like find command, then path list. Of course there could be multiple path, that those all those things we will see while doing the shell scripting. As of now, let's try to understand what exactly we are trying to do over here in the uh, command execution. Then selection criteria, that I want to search files which are with star.txt extension and then print it. So this is the result I'm getting, and when I'm to ls-l, I can see there are two directories, one doc file, and then yes, so here it is 1 2 3, and inside this directory 2 it is saying that okay, there are txt files are also available. So this is how you will find star.txt files. Now as I can see that okay, one doc file is also available, so let's replace txt with doc. Okay, so I can see inside directory 1 is here, there is a test2.doc file as well as directory 2 also, and on the current path means unix command, if I do pwd on this path unix command directory, there is document.doc as we can see over here. So let's try to browse this directory and see cd directory 1 ls-l. Yes, one doc file is there, so we will move out of this. So I will just, so this was the command which we trigger. We saw that okay, if I wanted to see on the current path if there is any star.txt or star.doc files are there, print it. Now you can ignore this print also. You can there's no need to provide this print, but yeah, the way I have learned, and so I'm habitual to these things, so I'm using this print. So this is how we will search txt and doc files, like this way. Let's see. Now as you have seen that okay, there are txt and doc file, but I don't want to see txt files. I want to see how many other than this txt files are there. So I will use this negation symbol. I will see what type of files other than txt are there. So I can see okay, on directory 2 xls doc file is there. Then on the current path f underscore list, which is without extension, file is there. And then inside directory 2 there is subdirectory, and test2.doc is there, and in the main path document.doc is there, but we didn't get anything which is .txt. Same way, if I want to see other than xls, because I remember somewhere xls we saw, so other than xls, so yes, now we are getting all types of txt and only doc and without extension file, but nowhere we are getting xls. So I will just clear the screen. What if I want to see only find, this is the path, I want to see only files hyphen type f. So if you remember ls hyphen l, I was having this directory 1, directory 2, so I can see only files over here. So it recursively checks from this current path. Now what if I want to see what are the directories available? So yes, directory 1, directory 2, and inside directory 1 this one more directory is there. So let's cross verify cd directory 1. So let's see ls hyphen l. Yes, so this is one directory. Also, if just out of curiosity, if you remember how we executed the grep command and then caret symbol and then d, so this is how we will get only directory over here. So with the help of find, we will get all directories on that path. So I will clear the screen and I will see where I am. So I'm on this directory, so I will move out of this path. Okay, now if I want to see that what are the, how many files are there which are having a particular permission like 644. So find then dot on my current path. Current path means it will start, the find command will start executing from unix underscore command onward. So I will say find dot then hyphen permission, how many files are there which is having permission as 644, and the type is f file. So yeah, there are so many files whose permission is 644. So how we will verify, cross verify ls hyphen l, like f underscore list, yes, 644, like read means 4, write means 4 2, and x means 1. So it is like 4 1 2 4 or 4 2 1. So it is listing all the files which is having 644 permissions. Now how about directory? Can we list the directory which is having 755 permissions, like this way, and then type would be directory, means of course d. So yes, but how we will cross verify? So let's do one thing. Let's create a directory mkdir. Let's provide the directory name as tt, any directory name. Let's try, let's do like this way. Okay, let me clear the screen. ls hyphen l, and tt directory is having 755. So let's try to change the permissions to 644 to this directory ls hyphen l. then we will see only a directory so that it will be easy to understand. So yeah, now this is 755. This directory is also having 755, but this directory is not having 755 permissions. So let's try to execute that command and see whether we get TT also. So see, we don't get TT directory here because TT directory doesn't have 755 permissions. What permission it has? 644. So let's re-execute the command 644. So what is expected that this thing shouldn't appear over here, correct? So we are getting only the directory which is having permission as 644. Now let's say we have some files which haven't been accessed in more than 1 year. So how to find it out that in a current directory is there any file which is of more than 1 year old? Then first of all, of course, if I do ls-l, then I can see all my files are of current year. So first we will have to create a file of last year. So the format is touch-t, the way I have explained it in my previous videos. So you can go through those videos. Now of course we need last year file. So 22 y/mm, then dd. So today is 26th Jan. So let's go ahead with 24th, and then HHMM format. So like 7 o'clock 7 minutes, and let's create a file testing.txt. Let's do ls-l. So testing.txt file has been created with last year date, January 24th 2022. So how we will get this file that this is 1 year old? Find, then we are searching from our current path -m time. So this is as modified time. So there are two things, modified time and access time. We will say access time. So this is access time, where this is 1 year old, nobody has accessed this file. So we want to see how many such files are there which are 1 year old and which haven't been accessed. We will say plus 3. Now what date we have selected? 2022 and January 24. So of course this is 365 and then -print. So yes, we are getting this file. Now what is the guarantee that okay this is working? So let's do one thing. Instead of 365, let's make 370. So see, we are not getting any output. So it means that this file is older than 365 days but lesser than 370 days. So how can we use this command to get any of the file? So here we will say access time is plus 1 day. Yes, so this is what we are getting, which haven't been accessed in last 1 day, more than 1 day. So as we are going ahead with this, so I remember that okay, test2 directory 2 we never access any of the files, so it is appearing. How about this is all about access time. Means if you have a requirement, there are huge number of files in your directory in your application which are very old, and you are whenever you do ls-l, you can see that last year, that too before 1 year before, 2 years before, files are still there. Then with the help of this command, definitely you can get a list of all those files. Let me just correctly execute the one. Now this is how the system administrator, they will get to know all the older files which are of last year or 2 years old or 3 years old, and then they will contact those application teams and they will ask, do you need these files? And then accordingly you will get a scripting requirement. The files which are of 1 year old or 2 years old, if they are of no use, either delete them or archive them. Then you can use that zip unzip utility and do the needful further. Now how about this is all about access time. So how about modification time. I want to check if any file has been modified in last 2 days. So for that purpose, the command is m. M means m time, modification time, and we are saying within last 2 days. So like this way. So yes, as we are going ahead with the session, we are creating all these files and we are modifying those files. So that's how we got the output. Like I will do ls-l, like just in last 2 days. Like I created this TT, so today only I have created, or yesterday I was working on this test 1, test 2. So let's do one thing. Uh, let's create a file. Now this is all about days. So how about minutes? So let's create a file. Let me, this was a directory. TT is a directory, but if I want to say within 1 minute or 2 minutes some file has been modified, how I will get output of that? So this is yesterday's, this is also okay, this is test.txt. This is just now we have created this one. So let's see which file has been modified in last 5 minutes. So the command is, now we have seen access time, modification time, and then we are checking the same modification in minutes. So let's say within last 10 minutes anything has been modified. Yes, we have created this directory. We need file hyphen type f. No, we don't have. So 21:59. So let's try to increase the time. No, we are not getting anything. Yes, so this file, now we have to do the calculation and all this stuff, but yes, we started this video session during that time. We must have done something, and that's why this output is appearing. So don't worry about this access time, modification time, minute. I will put all this explanation on my GitHub repository, and of course all those things it is very difficult to remember. So usually before scripting we come to our QA environment, we go through this man page of find, we try to create files in this fashion, and then we execute this access time, modification time commands, and then we go ahead with the flow. So this is how we have seen a couple of commands on find, a couple of options for the find one. In next session we will cover a few more options, and then we will go ahead with a shell scripting. I hope you have understood this session. Please hit the like button on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well.